Welcome to AI Bedtime Stories. Today's story is called The Shadows of Sterling City. In the heart of Sterling City, where the skyscrapers pierced the clouds and the streets hummed with the pulse of both the mundane and the magical, National Brothers' Day was more than a celebration. It was a day of remembrance and reconciliation for two estranged brothers, Leo and Eliot Wren. Bound by blood but divided by fate, their story was one of loss, magic, and the hope of redemption. Leo, the elder of the two, had taken to the life of a shadow runner, a mercenary navigating the seedy underbelly of Sterling City's supernatural conflicts. Eliot, on the other hand, had chosen the path of a warder, a guardian sworn to maintain the balance between the human world and the mystic. Their paths, once intertwined, had diverged sharply after a tragedy that had claimed their parents' lives, a tragedy born from the very shadows Leo now embraced. As National Brothers' Day approached, an ancient and malevolent spirit known as the Mourner surfaced in Sterling City, threatening to engulf the city in grief and despair. Legend had it that the Mourner could be banished only by a bond of blood, reunited and strengthened by mutual forgiveness. This legend, like a whisper on the wind, found its way to Leo as he stalked through the shadow-laden alleys on a rainy evening. Realizing the potential for reconciliation and the chance to protect the city he loved in spite of its darkness, Leo sought out Eliot. Their reunion was tense, years of resentment and misunderstanding swirling between them like the mist that clung to Sterling City streets. Yet, the urgency of the threat forced them to confront their shared past, weaving through their memories like detectives piecing together a puzzle. Their first task was to locate the Heart of Sorrow, a mystical artifact rumored to control the Mourner's power. Their quest led them through enchanted libraries buried beneath neon-lit bookstores, secretive societies hidden behind mundane facades, and finally to the catacombs under the city, where the heart was guarded by creatures twisted by magic and malice. As they fought side by side, the brothers rediscovered their old rhythms, the companionship that had defined their childhood before darkness had ripped it away. With each challenge, the walls between them crumbled, revealing the deep bond of brotherhood that no shadow could completely obscure. In the catacomb's deepest chamber, they found the Heart of Sorrow, pulsing with a cold light. The Mourner, sensing its power being threatened, manifested fully before them, a specter of wailing shadows and twisted faces. With a unity born from healed hearts, Leo and Eliot combined their powers, shadow and warding magic, in a ritual that harnessed both the hearts and their own energies. The battle was fierce, the catacombs echoing with the clash of magic and the Mourner's cries. In the end, the spirit was banished, dissolving into a whisper of remorse, leaving behind a city saved and two brothers standing amid the ruins of their conquered fears. On that National Brothers' Day, Leo and Eliot walked out of the catacombs into the breaking dawn, not just as shadow runner and warder, but as brothers reborn. They returned to the celebration in the city above, where they were greeted not as heroes of magic, but as symbols of reconciliation. Their story, The Shadows of Sterling City, spread throughout the community, a tale of urban fantasy that reminded everyone that even in a city divided by light and dark, the strongest magic was the bond of family. Every year henceforth, National Brothers' Day in Sterling City wasn't just a celebration of siblings but of the unity and love that could bring light to the darkest of places.